My next guest takes on Heather Hardy at Bellator 185 coming up here on October 20th. It's Kristina Williams joining me here on the program for the very first time. Kristina, how are you?
Doing pretty good. How about you?
I'm doing very well. Appreciate you joining me here on a Saturday. Live from the gym. Did you just finish up some training or are you about to go train?
Just about to start.
Perfect. Well, I appreciate you having me as part of your pre-fight ritual and all that. But let's start from the beginning here. When did you get involved in combat sports?
I started when I was 12, doing just boxing, cardio, kickboxing, and I kept on doing that until I was 16, and then I did taekwondo, and I got my black belt in taekwondo. I did that for about 5 years, and then I started mixed martial arts after I graduated college, which was, I think, in 2012. So I've been doing it for a little while, but my brother, he was doing mixed martial arts before me, and he kind of got me into jiu-jitsu and the kickboxing part.
Okay. That was going to be my next question is, what sort of influenced you to go into it? But is it safe to say your brother is the one who sort of kind of led you on that path?
Yeah.
Okay. Excellent. And so I imagine your family's pretty supportive of it, because I know some family members, for fighters, they're not, too thrilled about going into combat sports, but it seems like yours are pretty understanding.
Yeah, I mean, my mom wasn't too happy about it at first, but I mean, she's come around and she supports me really a whole lot now.
Excellent. And what do you do for work besides fighting?
I train horses and I give riding lessons, retrain thoroughbreds to jump, and do lots of riding lessons for people. Excellent.
And how is that balancing that job along with training and everything else? Is it pretty manageable, or it can be difficult at times?
It can be difficult sometimes. Lately, it's been a little more difficult, but it's sort of the slow season right now, so it's a little better.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, do you get to take some time off work as you lead up to the fight, or is it just business as usual?
I'm taking off a little more than I usually would, for sure, yeah.
Okay. Now, you made your amateur debut in March for KOP. Of course, you fought in April for LFA as well. Now you're fighting Heather Hardy. I mean, this is a big fight, obviously a big platform. How much do you feel like it helped, getting that fight with LFA ahead of time, just because that is a pretty big promotion as well?
I mean, I think it helped a lot, just as far as, it's a bigger promotion and, more people. So, I mean, I think that helped, but it's nothing compared to what I'm doing now. So it's a really big jump.
Yeah, and talk to me about that phone call or however you found out that you'd be fighting Heather Hardy. I imagine you saw her debut back in June for Bellator.
Yeah, I did. But I was really surprised when I got that offer, and we kind of were going back and forth, trying to figure out what the offer was and stuff. But I was very surprised. It's awesome. Yeah, no, it certainly is. And she's got a lot of name value coming over from the boxing world. So I imagine Bellator gave you this fight, or did you ask to fight her? They offered this fight.
Excellent. Okay, well, that's great. How did this come together with you even competing for Bellator?
It's just through my management company. My manager, Mikhail, he's the one who got this for me.
All right, and then now looking at Heather, obviously she's got very good stand up. But how do you feel like your skill set matches up against hers?
Well, I think that I am more versatile. I've been rolling for a long time, and I'm confident on the ground, but I'm also confident standing up because I've been doing kickboxing for a long time. So I think maybe just more versatility.
Okay. Excellent. And who are some of the people helping you get ready for your fight? Training partners, coaches, things like that.
My coach, Mike Giroux, and Derek Adkins, TJ Tomlin, my jiu-jitsu coach. There's some of the people that are helping me get ready right now.
Okay, fair enough. And what does it feel like to be in this position? Because, I mean, if you're looking at Bellator, they really like Heather Hardy. They put her on, that big card in June. I mean, if they had it their way, I'm sure they'd want Heather to win. Have you ever been in a situation like this before?
No, but I'm equal to the challenge.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, really, the pressure's on her in this fight. She's the one who has the big name coming over from boxing. You're making your pro debut. Do you kind of feel like, in some ways, it's better for you because you really have nothing to lose? She's got all the pressure on her.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just there to prove myself. So.
And how's the weight cut going? We're a couple weeks up from this fight.
It's going really good. It's great. I feel good right now.
Is that something you have to be sort of, you got to go strict on the diet, or is it a pretty easy cut for you? I
mean, I'm going pretty strict on the diet. I'm just like a fighting training diet right now, but I'm not cutting a whole lot.
And no cheat meals. I guess you have to wait till after the fight for that.
Yeah.
Okay. What's one thing you're really missing right now that you can't have during training camp?
I know I really like just pretty much any like seafood or anything.
Oh, really?
Which,
so you can't have
yeah.
fish during your
I can have fish, but not with all like the extra stuff.
Right, for sure. Yeah. Nothing deep fried, obviously, right? So,
yes.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. I hear you on that. How do you see this fight ending on October 20th? Obviously, you're going to win the fight. You wouldn't have taken it, but how do you sort of see it unfolding?
I mean, I'm hoping that it won't go all 3 rounds. So I mean, and hopefully standing up. But if it goes to the ground, I'm confident I can finish it on the ground.
Yeah, and do you feel like in some ways you have that advantage because Heather's fought in boxing primarily. It's a different skill set. You're just using your hands and everything. But with mixed martial arts, there's so much more energy you expel. The fact that you've had so many amateur fights, do you feel like that's going to benefit you there?
Yeah, I think so. And especially if you do go to the ground, it's a whole lot different from rolling in your gym than rolling in the cage. It's just completely different.
And what do you like doing on your downtime? You talked about the horses. I imagine is horseback riding something on that list?
Yeah, that's definitely where I go to just relax and chill out, and I like being out and doing anything outside, hiking or anything like that. That's how I let go.
And how important is that during fight camp? Because I know at times things can be very stressful with training and dieting and everything else. Do you need that? I guess it's kind of mandatory to get that kind of break.
Yeah, for sure. It gets overwhelming sometimes, so I definitely need to take some breaks like that.
Excellent. Well, we're certainly looking forward to it. It's Bellator 185 coming up here on October 20th. Kristina, I can't thank you enough for joining me. Where can people find you on social media? And if you have any sponsors or shout-outs, the floor is yours.
I have a Facebook page, Warhorse MMA, and on Instagram as well. I have sponsors with KBP Equine and KT Gravitas, and also just thanks to my management team and all my coaches, everybody for supporting me.